Lawn campus has 30 kids residentially, 15 boys and 15 girls. McCorney Cottage is where the boys reside, and Grigg Cottage is where the girls reside. The 15 boys typically housed in the same area. It's just one big building. The girls in Grigg, they can divide. There's 8 on one side and 8 on the other when they're full, 8 and 7. So they're in the same campus, separate buildings. Randolph is one long building. Windham has separate buildings. They're all within walking distance of our schools. H.G. Lewis School is within about 15 yards of the residential buildings. So it's very easy for the kids to walk back and forth in the morning to school. And it's a nice campus, very nice atmosphere.
So we're considered a residential treatment center, and treatment we take a pretty holistic approach. A lot of people think of treatment as just the mental health counseling piece. That's just one part of it. We're comprised of a team that work with the kids on a day-to-day, giving them structure that they need, giving them the support and guidance they need, providing them with adventure recreation, medical, dental, psychiatric appointments, a curriculum up at our campus school. So when we think treatment, we think of a multidisciplinary approach where we have nursing, we have youth counselors, social workers, teachers, all working with the youth and families to try to get them in a place that's better than when they came in.
I am the Health Services Supervisor and Residential Nurse here at Windham. I do a range of things, anything that ranges for the children's health care from the moment they're admitted until the day they're discharged. Anything the kids need health-wise, as far as primary care, immunizations, emergency care, things like that, they all go through our department upon admission as well as throughout their stay with us. Each kid is treated on an individual basis based on their diagnoses, reason why they're here, any medications they may be on, anything they need as far as healthcare changes while they're here. We make sure that each kid is treated individually and they have their own individual care plans.
We are the Henrietta G. Lewis Campus School. We are an 853 approved private school. This building has K through 12. We are a 611. That means 6 kids, 1 teacher and 1 aide in every classroom. That helps the teachers specially design their instruction for each individual kid and slowing it down with the smaller classes so that they can help the students find success in their program. We do offer Regents classes and exams so that kids can work towards graduation, and if they are behind a little bit in their credits, we have something called credit recovery that the kids can access while they're here during the school day to make up for those credits to work towards the 22 credits to graduate. We have about 102 kids in the school throughout the day. K through 12, our high school is about 50 kids. So the smaller setting is what helps kids be successful.
The trauma-informed focus on our campuses, north and south, and throughout our agency is something that we've given a lot of time and attention to. This is training for all staff that work for us that are interacting with kids and families in any way, shape, or form, from our receptionists to our social workers, our direct care staff, our cafeteria staff, our maintenance, school, adventure rec. People will be working with kids and families with no assumption that the kids are entering with a great deal of trauma or a few things that may have been traumatic events. There are some global precautions that we would take in regards to being sensitive to any of the kids or families in regards to their life events so that we do not re-traumatize or trigger any past traumas. Everyone should be interacting in a basis that is a safe environment for the kids, assuming that they are entering with some high-risk concerns. The normative culture treatment includes a variety of things that are day-to-day, interactions with the child care staff, interactions with the social workers, independent living skills instructor, the adventure recreation staff. They're all interacting with a normative focus, which is a trauma-informed focus as well.
We train staff in a wide variety of things. de-escalation techniques. So crisis intervention, if a kid is going into crisis, what our staff do to try to talk the kid down. We do first aid and CPR training for our staff. We talk about our normative culture, which is the culture and the philosophy of the agency. So really focusing on our 4 norms: safety, respect, responsibility, and goal-directedness, emphasizing that with our kids and our families and our staff alike. We do mandated reporter training, so it's quite extensive. We're constantly evaluating what we can do or what trends are in the field or what's effective treatment, and getting that information out to our staff. So that's an ongoing process that we're constantly looking at, constantly evaluating. The trauma-informed piece is actually relatively new. We didn't have it formally as part of our training, so it's something we've really started to emphasize with our staff. It's been informally part of what we've done, but that's just one example of us really looking at where we needed to be and what we needed to implement to help our staff be more effective with our kids.
Our number one push is the safety of the kids, safety of all the kids. And that's personal physical safety and also their emotional safety. A lot of it is trying to give the parents a good understanding of what we do here in our program, and in particular the piece around our normative culture. I mean, that's really the piece that's going to promote and provide safety to the kids. It's a big piece of our normative culture, for one thing. But that's what it is. It's the peer-to-peer work, and those kids working each other and supporting each other and growing that way. So that's a big one. It's educating right from the start, on our program and on what our normative culture means and why that provides all those things, based on our 4 norms.
I think the most important part of my job, or any staff member that works with New Directions, is working with the youth and building the relationships with the youth. Our relationships with the youth really help when we're talking with them, when we are dealing with maybe a crisis with them, or maybe they're having some personal issues. And when we build the relationships with them and then they build on the trust with us, that's when they open up and we can really get to what the issue is and help them deal with that issue and then to move on. There's a lot of rewarding parts to this job. I can't just name one, but when the kids come up to you, every day and they need a hug, or that's all they want to see. If I just need a hug from you today, or I want to say hi to you, or when they leave and they call back and they want to just touch base with you and see how you are, and they want to let you know what they are doing and all the success that they're doing on the outside.
Kids know that it's real, it's genuine. And I'm not just saying with me, but I'm saying with other staff that we have a lot of staff that are very caring, very loving with the kids, and I think that kind of starts with the modeling of that and what I believe is how these kids should be treated. They're here for a purpose. We're all about helping and healing and moving them on and getting them to a better place.